Ah, alright, I see. Very disappointing, yeah. I've gotten a few hate messages about it, but it's nothing compared to Toon's Inner Circle, especially since I haven't been involved in the Brony community in such a long time that only the people that have been in the fandom for several years, like years and years and years, know who I am. And also people in the stream, in his streams, they know who I am. And that's not a lot of people. So, I got a few messages about it. I got some hate mail, but it's nothing to worry about it. And it's like, you never really do know a guy. It sucks. It really does. But what's amazing is that there were a lot of people that did know, you know? They could see the signs. They could look at the writing on the wall. And I didn't listen to them. And I feel very bad about it. I feel like I could have done something about it. How the fuck do you get that coin? Alright, now I see how this works. It wasn't complete before. Okay. And up. Okay. Cool. Oh, is that how you get the coin? Oh, that's so fucked up.
Mom said you have a potty mouth.
Okay. Congrats, you have a soul, but don't be too hard on yourself. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. I just have to remember that what I'm going through is nothing. Nothing. Like, really. That helps. It helps to... And it sounds self-defeating in a way, but it's also true. Because the victims of Tooncritic's escapades are not getting enough attention. Nearly enough attention. I mean, Kage, Fuck, that's not good. Okay, that's fine. I mean, Kage, Patchwork Heart, Massacre Molly, like, they all made videos talking about Tooncritic. And it's like... Why are they not getting attention? Why are people so content to be worried about the perception of the fandom's reputation rather than its actual reputation? Why are they so worried about trying to move on? Why are they constantly worrying about Toon's Inner Circle, who may or may not know more than they're letting on, but that's tough to say. And why are so many people not supporting the victims and vowing to not let this happen again? Because the people that say that the people should forgive and forget and move on, they're very misguided. Because if you're a victim of abuse, you can't move on until you get closure. Like, Lily Pete actually made 2 videos about this. The first video I fucking hated because a lot of it she spent targeting people that she already didn't like. And the second video she did I liked a lot better because she talked about the abuse victims and she talked about the mentality that goes into it. And she said something that's rather striking. She said that abuse victims are not going to be able to move on until they get some kind of closure. And closure means one of 2 things. The first one being justice, which Toon will likely never face. It's an international crime that might not actually be against the law because the victim lived outside of the United States, and everything else that has been accused of him can't actually really be proven. So it's likely he'll never face jail time because the state of Illinois would have to charge him with a crime. So, failing justice, the second thing that they need is revenge. They need revenge. And the best revenge that we can give the victims right now is to ruin Tooncritic's social life. It's to make sure that he can never show his face on the internet ever again. It's to make sure that he can never be welcomed with open arms into any kind of community. It's to make sure that every single furry, anime, gaming, brony convention, any kind of convention on Earth bans him. That's the only revenge that's the only closure that the victims can get. The fact that Tooncritic will be barred from any kind of social interaction ever again. Like, I don't agree with... I don't agree with revenge. I really, really do not. I don't agree with revenge. But at this point, the victims need some kind of closure. They need something, you know, or else they're never going to be able to move on. And you need to be able to move on at some point. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. This is not pleasant at all to think about like this, but it's necessary. It is 100% necessary. Okay, Fallen Skies, I know him way better than you do, and I can tell you right now, he is beyond psychological help. This is a man that is a true, picture-perfect example of a sociopath. And as a sociopath, he is beyond help. Maybe that this is a wake-up call for him, but given the fact that he's still trying to get into the good graces of some people to get some semblance of his old life back, he hasn't learned a damn thing. And he never will. Toonkritic will never learn from his actions. He still believes that he's a victim in all of this. He's beyond help. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. It sucks. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, but it needs to be done. I'm sorry if I'm making some of you guys uncomfortable, but I haven't had the chance to talk about this subject yet. And I feel like I need to. Because while I'm not in the Brony community anymore, and that's the community that really needs to focus on this, I still knew the guy. I still talked with him almost every day. So I feel like I needed to say something about it. Okay. I'm gonna guess that this game will contain a lava world. That remains to be seen. He lied to everyone, including himself. Yeah. We have to cut him off. I hate it. I hate it so much. To think that if you asked me 2 weeks ago what I thought about Toonkritic, I'd say, neat guy, one of my best friends. I love it. Fuck. Okay, I saved myself. Good. And yet now I'd say he's a scumbag. The worst of the worst. Like, it's shocking. I'm not going to bother with that. That's going to take too much time. But yeah, Enigma, we're talking about it. I feel like I need to. In this case, to show the victims no one will go through what they went through at the hands of this kid. Yeah, that's important. Like, the people that say that Toonkritic needs psychological help, they're not wrong, but they're missing the bigger picture. They're missing the fact that as much as Toonkritic needs psychological help, he's beyond psychological help. He sees getting the help or going to a psychiatrist as the bare minimum of everything that he needs to do to get back in the good graces of people. That's all that he sees. He doesn't see psychological help as a chance to improve himself and see what he did wrong, you know? He doesn't see it like that. He sees it as a tool that allows him to get back in the good graces of the people that he wronged. That's all he sees it as. Yeah, obviously none of us knew them that well, and he will either will get this wake-up call or not do anything. Or also, anyone have a list of all of his victims? I don't. There's only 3 victims that I know of that made video testimony that are provable, and that's Mimkage, Massacre Molly, and Patchwork Heart. This is a neat obstacle. Alright, that's one. Sociopaths never seek treatment because they don't see the need for treatment. Exactly. Sociopaths believe that they can do no wrong. So this is why you have people, like, this is how you get people that run feminist blogs and people that stand up for women's rights, and then all of a sudden it comes out that they were actually grooming women or raping women or assaulting women, you know? That's how this comes about. They don't see anything wrong with their actions. They're sociopaths. Can I say one thing about this? And I need to say this. Even though Toon did what he did, if he didn't do the Haymakers podcast overall, we wouldn't have seen and heard you overall, and we wouldn't be here today. So, that's the funny thing, Enigma. You can actually wipe that off of Toon's thing, because that was my idea. Toon may have started the Haymakers stuff on his channel, but at the same time, I'm the one that brought it into a weekly podcast. I'm the one that presented that idea through some of the YouTube comments that Toonkritic was getting. So, even then, you can attribute that to me. I understand that you're trying to spin this in a positive manner, Enigma. I get that. And I appreciate what you're doing, but unfortunately there's nothing positive about this. And that's something that people like Silverquill and Dr. Wolf need to understand. They're trying to eliminate negativity, and they're trying to get people to think in a bit of a clearer light, when in reality, right now, you can't. That's not how it works. And I know Lily Pete actually said that in her addendum, which I find far better than her original video, because her original video is hateful, spiteful, and completely holier than thou, which I get the victims needed at the time, but I kind of wish that she did not talk about Josh Scorcher, because it invalidates a lot of what she has to say about it, because it's proven that she does not like Josh Scorcher. Come on, get up there, you piece of shit. So... Hey, got it. Okay. The addendum is definitely good. The addendum is something that was needed. She's alright when she's not getting involved in the brony fandom, otherwise she states her opinions like it's facts. Yeah, she actually addresses that in one of her videos. It's called, You're Wrong and That's Okay. She actually addresses how she states her opinions, and I get it a bit more after watching that video, but at the same time, she always speaks as though she knows better, and that's not always true. Sometimes it is. In this situation, she definitely knows better, to a certain extent, but she states it as though she always knows better, and that's... No one always knows better. Everyone is wrong, sometimes. Alright, she brings up the opinions as facts thing in the addendum video as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she brings that up too. The more we focus on this a-hole, the less time we give to support victims. That is the biggest problem that I have right now. If there's something that I can't fucking stand, it's the fact that people are constantly going after Toonkritic's former friends, and it's like, these are not the people that you should be focusing on. Yeah, they may have made a mistake, but but pretty much all of them have said this was a mistake. It won't happen again. They've all said this, so leave them alone. Give support to the victims and learn from this to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So many people are so worried about the fandom's reputation that they're letting shit slide. God damn. It's like you have a perfect opportunity to grow as a community, and you're not taking it. Why are you not taking it? Please. This is why people hate you. Ooh, okay, this looks like a problem. Okay. Maybe, hold on. Okay. Alright, that works. This... Fucking hate it because now I feel like I have to pay attention to the Brony fandom again. You really don't. Don't worry about it, Steven. This is not your battle. Like, okay, it's naive of me to say that, because I shouldn't be telling you where you should and should not be focusing your attention. But you don't have to. I feel like I do because I knew the attacker personally, and I feel guilty. I feel like I should have done something. So I feel like it's in my right mind to pay attention and at least grow for myself. I want to help you because you're my friendo, Calkos. Duh. I suddenly saw that on Twitter. I'm like, oh, what happened now? I wish there were more mentions of victim support than a name. Well, it goes both ways, Alley-Oopster. Like, we should be giving more support to the victims, but remembering the name means that when Zach K as Toonkritic, or whoever the fuck he decides to go as, it means that people that run cons and shit, they will remember that name. And if they see that name come up in a con registry, they'll be like, oh, fuck no. So, in a way, because the victims can't get justice through the law, maybe they can get justice by making sure that Toonkritic can never go to a convention ever again. And to do that, we need to remember the name. So there is a positive in that. But you're right, we should be remembering the victims. Mimkage, Massacre Molly, Patrick Hart. Go to their YouTube videos and drop a comment. Seriously, drop a fucking comment. It might not seem like much, but I guarantee you that they are reading each and... Ow. They are reading each and every single mention that they get that's positive. They are reading them all. I guarantee it to you. For, like, never underestimate the power of a crowd mentality. Oh, shit. Okay, so my back end is immune to it, which is good, because it's way harder to prevent, or, yeah, okay. Okay. Excellent. Yeah. It's a catch-22, seriously. You need to forget about him in order to heal, but need to remember him to make sure it happens again. The victims don't have to forget about him to heal. They don't need to forgive Toonkritic to heal. People say that forgiveness is the first step towards healing, but I agree with Lily Pete on this one. As much as I may disagree with her with a lot of things, I agree with her with this one. It's not. The first step towards healing is closure. We need closure, and we're getting it finally, you know? We're finally getting closure. We're finally getting to the point where people are completely dragging Toonkritic in the mud and making sure that he can't do this again. And people are also going to be policing their friend groups a lot more than they were before. That much is for damn sure. Like... Oh, can I do it this way? Ah! Damn it. Okay. And up. And around. Whoa, whoa! I was about to say I'm getting the hang of this, but I guess not. Okay. There we go. Okay, that works. I get a better camera view now. Yo. Did I what? Yeah. Yeah, and he got fed that tonight as well. French fry was not. But, I understand that this is a bit of an uncomfortable subject, but I appreciate you guys allowing me to talk about it. I really do. Okay, cool.